It was here, on this campus, that he made his discovery.
It was by far the biggest scientific breakthrough of the century.
It was by far the biggest scientific breakthrough of the century, possibly of all time.
Elias, great to have you on the pod. So, this is kind of big. You invented/discovered a way to, quote unquote, record, transmit, and even amplify human consciousness. Okay, so firstly, bruh, like, what the actual fuck?
It's actually a lot like how when we first discovered sound waves. For example, in the olden days, the Victorian era, before we had discovered what sound really was, we had to make little miniature music boxes, almost like a whole miniature piano with little metal times inside, just to record a song. When we understood that sound was a wave within a particular range, it became somewhat trivial to capture and record it. Turns out that consciousness, too, is an easily understandable, almost simple phenomenon. It's fundamentally reproducible.
What does that even mean?
Fundamentally reproducible via a small number of discrete parameters that we can track.
Wait, what?
So it's a bit like how we used to think hot and cold were separate forces before we discovered the thermal laws of temperature as a product of kinetic energy at the particle level. Because now we know what temperature is scientifically. Heat is just movement, cold is just the lack of it. You may have heard of the kaleidoscope hypothesis, the idea that all of the myriad of life's experiences are composed of a few basic atoms of meaning, but with endlessly novel permutations and configurations that make life seem infinitely strange and wonderful from each moment to the next. And many dimensions can be encapsulated into the simple oscillating wave function. Just as with audio, those two essential parameters, time and energy, give rise to an infinitude of experiences and dimensions that arise from the beauty of music. So when we talk about digitally capturing or transmitting consciousness, the process is in fact not dissimilar to radio broadcasts and can be likened to analog to digital audio conversion that happened when we invented vinyl, cassette tape, CDs. So it's like a Wi-Fi signal, but at a much higher dimension. The 117th dimension, in fact. And in fact, what we call experience, thought, even the succession of experiences we call life itself, is all just consciousness.
But Elias, what is the thing you measure? What is the signal of consciousness?
The input signal is basically karma, good and evil, love and hate. That's what the universe is. That's essentially all our lives are composed of. We build it up as a complex story in our minds, but it's actually a very simple wave function just happening at an imperceptibly high rate. Hyperdimensionality.
You're saying that there is a way to actually preserve the consciousness of people we care about even after they pass away?
With some major caveats, it's like a recording of life, not the actual thing, but just as we discovered with the evolution of music technology, sometimes the recording even sounds better than the live performer.
But Elias, what is consciousness without presence? What does it mean when we're disembodied?
Look, no one came and we can bring folks back from the dead or anything like that. But you can't put the dreamy bat in the bottle now. The fundamental essence of being, it's tangible. But Kalimba sits alongside the divine, doesn't displace it. And now that it exists, people deserve sovereignty over their sentience. To divert, duplicate, preserve, upload, and embed consciousness wherever they want to be.
A spiritual technology.
Obviously, the hyperscalers try to buy us out,
All of them.
Yo, that shit is crazy, my guy.
I declined. Not because I'm some martyr, because I realized we can create much more value if we open source spiritual technologies. Free the tech.
Haven't you ever wanted to just call your ancestors up on the phone? Like, yo, I have this situation, what should I do?
Bro, you know, I've been using it a lot lately. There's like a bunch of iterations of me in the cloud already.
Dude, that's deep. You're like multiverse man or something.
Rabooby.
I mean, obviously it was an ethics minefield. My gran actually wanted to be the first test subject.
Oh, tell me you didn't let her do it.
No. I insisted on going into the substrate myself first to make sure it was safe. But she was the second one.
Oh, Elias, I've missed you, you know? Now that you're a main peanut, big tech mogul, jet-setting around the globe.
I was thinking, you know, ever since you were small criting, you always saw things
differently.
When you were about side, I brought you that blue Lego racing cars that, remember? Instructions, them everything. Yeah. You took one look and said, this should rather be a robot. And you made a big burning robot so much better than this sports car. The KALIMBA has always called the spritz, my boy. You just gave us the proof. You did it. You showed the world what we always knew. Consciousness is a wave. And you know what? I'm ready to serve.
This is the myth of a lie.